back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak. Well, last episode, after a chat with the president of Calvard, we set out to Oración, arriving into the multi-faction melting pot of the vice capital as we settled in at the inn. We then received a call to all of our ciphers as Almata set out the rules of their game to all invited into it, with the punishment for disobeying them the triggering of yet another nuclear bomb, leaving the 280,000 residents of the city as hostages, forcing our participation. If these are all the rules, I might have an idea. Yeah. Yeah, but no. I mean, can I look at the rules again? I guess I can't, right? But it's gonna make me wonder if it's in here somewhere. No. No. Well, by those rules, we can't leave. We can't call in more people. Right. So we can't leave, can't call in more people. We have to do the things that it says. And we have to, like, kill people. But, like, it didn't say anything about everyone just being one big team that comes to thrash you, because then everything's defeated because you've won anyway. But I guess that can't happen because it's going to be Ouroboros and the Braces, Ouroboros and the Growlsrider. But for the greater good. For the greater good. None of the participants may enter or leave Oración, nor can they call on reinforcements from the outside. Any attempts to leak information on the game, which we wouldn't do. The only issue with rule number 3 is that Marielle exists and is here. Do not attack Vashta players from the outside or attempt to infiltrate by any means other than through the established game area. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about us actually have... None of these rules say we have to fight. Can we just win by diplomacy? I know that's part of the scale of everything. But you didn't put it in the rule set, you idiot. You must eliminate the other teams and conquer the game. But to do that, can't we just eliminate the other teams by there not being any other teams? You've left out, like, some really key factoids here. And if everyone comes up, joins the same team, we'll easily be able to trash all of you idiots. This is a really big thing to leave off the table. Tell me, we met before in another town. You will look rather familiar. I intended to take a trip to the Free Cities, but now my plans have gone awry. Customs is delayed due to that tragedy, so I'll be sticking around here for the time being. I'm reasonably familiar with Oración, regardless, so I'm sure it will be a worthwhile stay. Of course, I know that the issue with that is the fact that most of these factions will not team up with each other. Ever. But for the greater good.
No need to be shy now.
A town not getting nuclear bombed is a good reason to team up. Gallop gear. Golden glove as well. For you. You got some special stuff here. It's evasion or crit rate. Yeah, I'll buy you a present, old man. Did I ever give you any accessories?
You again.
I keep forgetting about accessories on people, don't I? I'm very bad at this stuff. Yes. You only got one, but you've got a growl ring, so you've got a good one. Kind of need stats, but I guess, to be honest, speed might be better there. What's your accuracy at? Oh, you've already got that, damn it. Crit, out evasion. Anything with accuracy would probably be pretty good. Everything with accuracy. I guess Passam also thought the same thing and put everything with accuracy on other people. That makes a lot of sense. It's a bit more accuracy there, but you don't really need prevents blind, do you? What do we give you then? You got 56% accuracy to begin with. Guess I'll give you a leopard strap. Gives you some extra evasion as well, maybe. Give you strength preventing seal, because you seem like Punch Man. What sort of, like, stuff do you begin with? Barely any.
Let me handle this.
What does your thing even do? Critical rate up, physical damage up, and speed up. A hollow core powered by a proud, brave Eastern female AI increases critical hit rate, speed, and attack when boosted.
Let me handle this. That's a single element slot.
You can have
New
this.
skill unearthed.
Why not? And
That's
you
a
got a
single
space
element
slot
slot.
there. Oh, I have a hit 3.
Skill
There we go.
set updated.
That's pretty good stuff after all. Got all the accuracy in the world now. You can have an HP 3.
New skill unearthed.
And a mute for now. I don't know. Fill in the slots. Oh, whoa, Nelly. Welcome to our inn. If there's anything I can help you with, just give me a holler. I might just be a part-timer, but I promise I'm just as dedicated to caring for our guests as Norbert. I know what it feels like to be an outsider in the city, so I'm committed to giving a helping hand to any travelers that come here. I moved to Oración to attend its music academy, but for a while I struggled to find work due to my Central Eastern heritage. Norbert didn't care about that in the slightest though. He brought me on board and made me feel welcome here. I guess you're Norbert. That's why I'm working extra hard to show my gratitude. Thank you for staying with us. We're happy to serve you. Evidently, there's been a few shady characters around the city as of late. Nonetheless, it's our job to provide legendary service for our guests, no matter who they are. If I can help you in any way, you need only ask. Due to this tavern's popularity, the owner has high expectations of us, and we intend to rise above them.
Do you have any preferences?
Soul chef sausage! And hot meat gluten. It's gonna take a lot of money. Hearty steak too. Sausage, baby. 34k mirror left.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh yeah, where were we at with our food levels? Okay, we're miles off, so we don't actually need to eat anything. But that's actually going to fill up quite a lot of it. It's like at least a quarter. Seba! It's been a while since I traveled up here from Ored. I can't believe the universe picked now of all times to send the Republic into a frenzy. I had some business to discuss, so instead of leaving everything to the vendor, I decided to come here myself, and then this happens. The consignees appear to be okay. Before I do anything else, I should stop by their places to make the deliveries. This inn was my first stop. Once I finished my break, I'll go see how our best customers are doing. You're not ever. Get out. Right, out into the town we go. And how big is it? And how many other districts do we get? East District and North District too? Someone at the station was saying Edith's still under a state of emergency. Guess we're not going back there anytime soon. Might as well just relax and enjoy our extended stay here. We're going to foot the bill for lodging, so we don't have to worry about that, thankfully. I guess that's good, but are you sure we should be having the time of our lives when, you know, that horrible tragedy just happened? Come on, Maury. Acting all depressed isn't going to solve anything. Don't get run over by trams. If everyone in the world sat around and did nothing, who'd keep the economy going? Fair point. I was kind of bummed that our time here was so short anyway. But let's not go too crazy. We should spend in moderation. I was able to update my company on our situation. I'd like to get back to the capital, but since that isn't happening, I'll just enjoy my unexpected vacation. Sutton's right. We can't do anything to resolve the situation, and us acting all depressed won't help anyone. I don't get to come by Oración all that often, so we may as well make the most of this chance to see the rest of the city. The state of emergency has technically been lifted for Oración, but the police have been ordered to remain on alert. Should we identify any suspicious individuals, we're to keep them marked, but we aren't allowed to confront them. I don't know why the top brass has ordered this, though I guess it's not my place to question them. You die. Is that a good enough reason? Welcome to Oración, the city where tradition always lingers. Our world-renowned trams happen to be one such tradition. Did you know our company once ran a carriage service? You can learn all about its storied history if you decide to board. Our trams are the pinnacle of elegance. They are a powerful means by which many experience the culture and history of our city. It's deeply unfortunate that the recent tragedy has cast a pall over the city, but I hope you can enjoy your time here nonetheless.
As resplendent as you'd expect the old capital to be.
It's very resplendent. So, Grandpa, take a look at these photos I took. These are the trains that run on the Farbad-bound line. Check out that heat sink. And here's the Edith subway trains. Apparently they're using new models these days. Goodness me, these trains don't look anything like the ones I saw back when I worked on the railroad. I never knew you were so interested in this sort of thing. Taking after me, are you? Yep, I took some photos of them on a whim and got curious about how they worked. And then the rabbit hole sort of swallowed me whole. Well, it's always good to explore new interests. Curiosity is the key to discovering the wonders of life. Now, since you're back home, why don't you pay your parents a visit? With the times being what they are, I'm sure they'll feel better knowing you're safe. Fine. With everything that happened during my trip back, I bet Mum and Dad are worried sick about me. Let's meet up again soon. I want to tell you everything I've learned about cameras. I'm really glad my grandpa is doing okay. I need to check on the rest of my family too. Bet they're worried sick about me. Wish I could talk to Grandpa about trains more, but we can save that for later. I was very worried when I heard Edith was placed under an extended state of emergency. However, talking with my grandkid has put me at ease. If something would happen to her, I don't know what I'd do with myself.
Okay.
More crazy that you guys are just out of it already, to be fair. The cityscape looks so much more grand in person than in the pictures. I'm glad I was able to come here as planned. The hard work of the brilliant artisans is on full display. We're fortunate our ancestors saw fit to preserve it. It's like I've been transported back to the time when the old royalty still existed. It's an incredible feeling. It's a good thing the Calvardian revolutionaries left this place intact. It's such a beautiful city. The nobles back then were rotten to the core. There was no need to punish the artisans for the sins of the upper class. The revolutionaries must have saw the value of preserving that history for future generations. I love the cobblestones here. It's funny because whenever I see areas like this in games and all that, it actually just reminds me of growing up. It makes it sound like I was very posh. But it was in Bath, and Bath is quite a well-to-do looking city. It hides away its scummy bits, is the thing. It's ashamed of them. Even the worst place in my home city, in a sense, is kind of walled off, so you just kind of don't see it. It's not great. But they do that kind of thing as well. Instead of trying to rise people up, it's walled off. It's behind this train line. It's fine. Welcome to my workshop, you guys travelers. Now there's something I don't see every day. Most of our customer base is upper class citizens, and they always ask for repairs or decorations, as well as custom-made orders on occasion. If you want any custom work done on your weapons, or if you need simple fine-tuning and maintenance, then I'm your man. I've also got weapons of my own in stock. People mainly buy them for sport hunting, but they're as good as you'd get from a real specialist. Specifically, the place I used to go for dentist work, I think it was, when I had braces, which obviously failed miserably. I'm pretty sure we had a roundabout like this, with paving like this. I'm not even joking. The place I went to get my teeth done. The people are like, a British person get their teeth done? We do, when we can, when it's available. We've been doing this kind of work for generations, well before the Oil Revolution, in fact. Let me know if there's anything that catches your fancy.
Welcome.
Make me sound significantly more upper class than I am.
Thanks.
Anything else
Welcome.
to buy? Well, the weapons are bought. So your Buster Knuckles could be upgraded by the look of it. Battle Jacket and Survival Vests. The Survival Vests are pretty good if you don't want the Art Res. Can I skip defensives for a time? It's always the question. Oh, you can't upgrade this. Silver Gauntlet. There's a separate kind of weapon we can get in this location or something, maybe.
Thanks.
Good morning. Are you from out of town? Would you mind if I asked you who you are and what you're here for? No, you can't do that. Sure thing. Just an everyday laborer from Edith. I was employed by Ankerville to help with moving things over at the midway point, but then, well, yesterday happened. I knew I wasn't going to be getting back to Edith anytime soon, so I dropped by here. Figured I'd take up some cleaning jobs while I'm in town. Understood. Thank you for your cooperation. We're on the lookout for suspicious individuals, so we're on high alert. The state of emergency has a top brass in a state of panic, and we have no idea why. Anyway, sorry to take up your time. We're just doing what we can to keep people safe. Yeah, but I'm not sure I understand their orders myself. They told us to identify and mark any Jaegers sighted in town, but we aren't allowed to take any action against them. It's very peculiar. Sure wish I knew what the people up top were thinking. Just as I suspected, they've opted to keep the local forces out of the loop. Rene probably had a hand in that. Makes it easy for us to go about our business, so I'm not complaining. Wish I had a clearer picture of what's going on, but it's obvious that something's up. Better keep a close eye on the streets. One way or another, there are some duties that only we can perform. We'll do everything we can to keep the peace. The entire country is in a state of emergency, and these orders have left us more than a little puzzled. Also, one of my co-workers in the North District is going through a hard time. It's just one weird or bad thing after another. I imagine Officer Kremer is having a hard time concentrating on her work. I hope she'll be okay. I mean, you really have to do wonder even more. Oh, something going on over here. At the board? About what the hell our master's actual goal is. I mean, when you consider all the powerful people that they've got in the range of essentially a nuclear device, to be honest, a nuclear device that they can't guarantee that the people just warp out of. Like Ouroboros would be like that, like what Agnès did. Ouroboros would be zoop in an instant, so they'd be gone.
Well,
and the others probably have their insecurity. They'd be able to get the Jaegers, the Bracers, and us. But they don't want to detonate the bomb, obviously. The goal is completely something else, and then you've got to think, like, what the goal even is? We detonated a nuclear bomb in Cray just so we could get you to come here and play this game. Because we want something else, not destruction, and we don't really care about the nuclear bombs, but equally, it was definitely something that we could use to get you to play this game. Notes and requests are strewn across the bulletin board. Doesn't look like there's any good info here. Huh? I don't see any 4 SPGs on the board. That's weird. I thought the society was spreading the word that I'm in town. Maybe they'll start rolling in soon. Not like we can deal with them today anyway. The game will begin soon and we aren't sure how much time we will have in the evening. Got a point there? Guess we'll just have to check back tomorrow. Let's just worry about making it through the first round for the time being. Right, we need to prepare for the game. I guess we should go the other way now. Terrorism in its name form, causing terror, fear, and unrest. But that's not trails. It's not without reasons, is it? There's someone or something they want. Look, would you like a delicious Oración confectionery? I know people are down after that horrible incident, but I don't want our city's visitors to be sad the whole time they're here. My store's sweets are very popular with tourists. They can help brighten people's moods. I'd be overjoyed. And it's also something...
I'm proud of all my wares.
That they... fruit jelly and white cream puff. It's also something they couldn't obtain earlier. So they've had to carefully curate events.
It's been a pleasure.
To lead to them getting to whatever it is they want.
Don't you need a souvenir?
Hey there, looking for some handicrafts to remember your trip by? Well, you've come to the right place. We've got everything from fine art made by notable artisans to popular souvenir goods, all at a low price. I've got something for customers of all stripes, so have a look around. And I guess considering the Oct-Geneses, you can almost quite see where it's leading.
Hello there.
Yes. Stop thinking about things, Sam. You'll spoil things for yourself. Don't do it. Just blunder into it. A gift for Brigade, gator skin wallet. And ceramic coin as well. Found a 28k mirror. Now this should be a tradey thing.
See you again.
Later,
Do I have any free time? I guess not.
Thank you, Van.
I will do 60. So you're within one event of going up, plus whatever's next, but you had 150 of a capability to begin with.
Something to remember your time here.
I finally got a part-time job, but that means I have to work in the evenings now, which is when I usually do my homework. I joined Oración University because it's a prestigious college, but man, the tuition is killer. And I've got rent and other cost of living expenses on top of that. If only I'd been born into a rich family. Is it true that that village was destroyed? Oh, what a frightful age we live in. We've always had the occasional terrorist incident or uprising, but nothing so extreme as this. People like us may very well become the next victims. How horrifying. If only you knew. The department store sells souvenirs too, of course, but their prices are through the roof. It's up to you whether you want to blow your wallet on one thing, or buy a wallet, or get a whole bunch of goodies from here with mirror to spare. One of our biggest draws is that each tourist can pick and choose what they feel is right for them. I guess before we go to the red marker...
Ooh, there's the opera house. I've always wanted to take a peek inside.
Looks pretty different from the theater back home.
Pretty big, too.
As soon as we accomplish our objective, we can come back and watch one of their performances.
We just want to chill above a nuke, or near a nuke. Yes, yes. Oh, it's these twats! I don't even... Should we not voice their hate speech? I guess I've got to. Integrity and all. My pure-blooded patriotic comrades, I implore you to think long and hard. I implore you to think long and hard. You don't have a brain. These immigrants have been flooding in from goddess knows where, and they are taking your jobs and trampling on our pride. Your pride. And now these vermin think they can etch themselves into our cultural history? Are we going to stand here and let them take the center stage of our opera house? Will we let them rewrite our culture so that it bends to their inferior traditions? I will say no. Join me, my Calvardian brothers and sisters. We will eradicate this cultural infestation before it grows beyond our control.
Alrighty.
I mean, does it help you look more official to dress up like that? It makes you look like mafia as well. Or at least our world kind of mafia. Welcome to Oración's Opera House. I know the recent tragedy is still looming over us, but I encourage you to see one of our performances. Opera houses are on the decline due to the rise of movies, not to mention those pop tunes are all the rage with the youth of today. The world is moving on from opera, it seems. What a great loss that this will be to the Republic. We must prevent such a future from coming to be. Those of us in the old capital must enlighten the people of Calvard to the best of our ability.
Not this way.
I'll let this place out sometime, but it'll have to wait. What a wonderful performance that was. Indubitably. Opera truly stands at the height of all art. Films cannot ever hope to match it. Did you hear that Oración has its own theatre now? Apparently, everything shown there is utter trash that's aimed at uncultured simpletons. That's hardly a surprise. Film directors and script writers are just hacks masquerading as artists. But they are far less detestable than the actors. They are nothing more than talentless failures who lack the skills to be cast in opera. The fact that people can enjoy those degenerate works is unfathomable to me. But I suppose our government is to blame for that. They ought to provide better cultural education. Movies will cause the youths of today to become desensitized to reality. Many will turn to lives of crime or try to attempt the impossible. Them video garms. What a terrifying prospect. Let us hope that true art will spread once more and put a swift end to that abominable medium. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Why do these people get off insulting everyone left and right? This isn't 1175. We're in the 13th century here. What kind of ancient relic has this much beef against movies? Calm down, Judith. What they're saying ain't cool, but you don't want to make a fuss and end up blowing your cover. I know. I'll bite my tongue and use this experience as fuel for honing my craft. I'll change their minds with my acting. The only skill a movie actress must possess is having a fair body. All they're good at is arousing, stimulation, and lustful men. The same goes for the so-called idols I hear so much about. I'm told their nice, scandalous outfits expose a great deal of skin. I'm glad we don't have Judith standing there. When I was young, we had a name for such people. Harlots. This idiot square. I don't know. It's only a matter of time before children imitate the art they see on the screen and commit horrible atrocities all over the world. That Gotti person ought to be locked up when that happens. His violent, lubricious films may spell the end of civilized society as we know it. They were 18 rated.
Now then.
Take your kids there is your fault.
Well, just a
Letting your
break,
kid
that's
play a
all.
violent game, your fault. The amount of parents I've seen letting their kids play Grand Theft Auto games at like age of 8, high. Their fault. There's 2 red markers to go to.
Not this way.
Parental decisions, parental issues. Parent your children. Don't blame everything else on stuff. It sucks that I missed the film festival. Maybe I'll be able to see the EGC this year. So, Paulina, have you ever heard about the EGC? Yep, the radio said it's a big festival with models, but the radio also said it might not happen this year. Yeah, but we can't give up hope. Those models work really hard, so surely they'll still run it. I'll go check to see if it's still on. Okie dokie, I've never seen you this excited before. It must be super fun. Maybe I'll get to meet a famous actress or a model. I heard that Elaine's back in town. She's the pride of Oración. She's just as beautiful as all the top models, and she's super strong and cool to boot. If she really is back in Oración, I'd love to catch a glimpse of her. But would I meet a famous model or actress at the EGC? I'm kind of scared to go there, but I can do it if Tieda's with me, I think. I never thought we'd bear witness to such an unprecedented act of terrorism. The Royal Guardian will not rest until we find and deliver the truth behind the story. We pride ourselves on our long-standing connections. You can trust our credibility. We're certainly more reliable than some third-rate gossip rag like Meld. I've heard of the Royal Guardian. They're an old Oración news company. What I read, they took a heavily royalist stance prior to the revolution. Yeah, and they still lean conservative. They don't explicitly promote racial discrimination, at least. He's right about one thing, though. They're well connected with like-minded local big shots in the business and political worlds. Honestly, I think their articles are junk. They write on and on about how movies aren't up. What a load of bull. That aside, it seems like they at least have a sense of the danger they're in. I thought I saw a serious-looking reporter woman come out of the guild. I didn't recognize her, but she didn't seem like the gossip rag type. Perhaps she's with Eden, or maybe Tyrell. Either way, I should find a chance to speak with her so we can exchange information. She's way more on the know than you.
Not this way.
There really is no time to visit other districts, so it's the Bracer Guild time.
First, I will need a summary of everything that's happening in the surrounding area. We'll also need to touch base with the local police. The CID has ordered them to work with us. Bear in mind, though, they likely haven't been informed of the game, so be careful not to leak anything about it. As for the underground...
Ren!
Oh, hello. I'm glad you all could join us.
Hi, everyone!
So you guys are getting right down to business too, huh? I knew Ilmata wasn't going to make things easy for us, but they've turned our expectations on our heads yet again. Been a while, Roaring Lion. I'm happy to see you're still alive and kicking.
Same to you, friend.
You two know each other. Should have expected that. You probably knew my master through his own. That's about the short of it. Just to be clear, though, I thought he died 3 years ago, too. Anyway, Ren's going to be serving as our supervisor while we're here. Ren's taking control. She's also the liaison between the guild and the other factions in the city. We figure she'd be a perfect fit for the job. I feel much better with her on board. She was a big help during the war 2 years ago. I do feel a little bad, though. She has a lot on her plate. I certainly have my work cut out for me. Armada's sadistic scheming isn't making matters any simpler either. But I'll manage. I'm quite proficient at multitasking, so this is well within my capabilities. We're lucky to have you, Ren. Go get him, Tiger. Wow, you've got a lot of bracers for this op, huh? Even the Gekka tomboy's here. How's it going, girlie? Not in the mood. Sorry, we're all a little on edge right now. We just lost one of our people today. What? 2 bracers were exploring the underground labyrinth, and they ran into Almata, who were likely in the midst of preparing for the game. They managed to bring back some valuable intelligence, but at a steep cost. One of them was badly wounded, and the other passed away this morning. That's horrible! I'm so sorry to hear that, you guys.
I just finished getting ready, Jin. Oh.
Elaine! Hey.
I had heard you were in the city, but I didn't expect to run into you so soon.
I take it you've been worried about me after what happened yesterday. Well, don't be. I'm fine now. With the stakes as high as they are, I can ill afford to be reckless, nor can I be too caught up in the past. I hear you there. How about we let bygones be bygones then? Yes, let's. Since you are here, I'm sure you fully intend to dive headlong into the jaws of danger. Normally, I would suggest that you not take your assistants on that journey with you. But seeing as there is no safe haven here, I will only ask that you and your friends be careful. Of course, and you do the same. We should probably get going, you two. Sounds good. Off to the underground then. We will be counting on you all to handle everything up here. Understood. Won't let you down. Watch your backs out there. I'm gonna get to work too. I may not be able to keep my editors in the loop about all this, but that won't stop me. If Dingo was here, he would do something about this. If you need my help with anything, or if you want to talk, you know where to find me. Thank you. We'll be sure to take you up on that if we need to. Perhaps we could ask if the messages we received from Armata will contain the same information, just in case. This is interesting. So if you notice, they only sent their strongest ones in the catacomb, of which they sent, by the look of it, Zin, Elaine, and of course, Fee. You'd expect that to be the top 3 in capability here. And at the very least, Fee would definitely be able to escape and handle herself. Even if things went bad and she was the least powerful. They know that even if she's less powerful than the other two, by any considerable margin, the Fee has the wherewithal to not get got. To be honest, I was like looking at their group going, you should add one more to your party. And the first person that came to my mind from the Bracer Guild was oh my god, I forgot the name of the... Barrier Land! Why can't I remember it now? What? But the one that has the healing arts, the one that there's literally like a trained doctor. Crossbell! Don't worry, I got it in the end. I got it. It took me a bit. I'm like, Barrier Lad. What's it called? What's it called? I kept coming up with names. I'm like, that's wrong. What the hell are you doing? I can't remember her name, but she'd be very useful in that group. Aeolia. Yes, because she's got doctor skills on the go, so she can sort certain things out, and she's pretty damn good at being a bracer too. So I'd like get her in to round out that party, maybe.